Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Fabrizio Romano here as always to keep you posted on the transfer market. Today guys, we have to talk about Manchester United, the big shock, losing the final against Tottenham, then something to add on Florian Wirtz. Let's jump into it together. And so guys, here from Bilbao, the day after a tough day for Manchester United, a fantastic historical day for Tottenham Hotspur. Congratulations to Spurs on winning their first major trophy in 17 years, historical moment, and congratulations also to the players, to Postecoglou with that cold quote that at the end was a reality. So congratulations to Tottenham. Now Postecoglou sending a clear message on his future. He wants to stay, he wants to build for long term, he wants to continue this project. So let's see how it will continue between Tottenham and Postecoglou. At Manchester United, the feeling is obviously the opposite. Really complicated moment, disappointing season at the end of the day, terrible in Premier League in terms of performances, numbers, league table position, and then Europa League, losing the final. Okay, till the final was quite good, but losing the final in that way without scoring a goal is not at Manchester United level. Let me start saying something. Ruben Amorim after the game said, I will not quit this job. So if they feel here at the club, the fans, the board, I'm not the right guy, I will leave the following morning. I don't want any compensation for the contract, so it's not going to be about the money, but I will not quit. And the message we are getting from Manchester United is that they stick with the manager. They support the manager. They believe Ruben Amorim is the right man for the job. So Manchester United intention is to continue with Ruben Amorim. So unless something completely crazy happens, which is something that sometimes in football can happen after big disappointments, but the clear idea of the club is to continue with Ruben Amorim, to support Ruben Amorim. Also, really important to back then Ruben Amorim on the market. This is going to be a crucial point. So we said about Cunha, who remains the player they want to make as first signing of the summer. Then there will be the striker, but let's see now in terms of funds, in terms of possibility to attract players without Champions League, what Man United can do for the striker, for the number 10, because they want to add one more apart from Cunha. They want to do more also on the market, so Man United will try to be busy, but now you don't have Champions League, you don't have a European football for next season, and also financially you lost big money, because obviously being in Champions League next season also means for financial fair play to make extra big money. Imagine about winning the games, all the money you get from Champions League, and also the stadium and all of these kind of things. So Man United lost not just the trophy, but also big money last night. But they want to continue with Ruben Amorim. That's the clear intention of the club. Then another point, guys. After the game, let me say, we saw many finals in these years, and it's normal to be disappointed after a final. So when you see a player speaking after the final, it's always tough, it's always difficult. But the situation of Garnacho is one worth to mention, because Garnacho after the game said it's been a shit season, it's been really poor, we didn't beat anyone in Premier League, we lost the final. Then he said something important on himself. He said, I played every round of the Europa League, then the final comes and I only play 20 minutes. So he was not so happy about that, we can understand that, but let me say that the relationship between Garnacho and Manchester United is not the same already since January. Already in January, the player was a target for Napoli, was in conversations with Chelsea, so there were movements around Garnacho. Nothing happened at the end because no one was able to reach the agreement on the financial package with Manchester United and with Garnacho in terms of contract terms. But it's also important to say that this summer the story could be different, with clubs expected to discuss for Garnacho, because these quotes are very strong. Also, it's important to mention that Man United, to add one more player behind the striker, apart from Cunha, need to sell some players, and Garnacho could be one of them. So the feeling is that if Man United receive a good proposal, Garnacho could be one of the players leaving the club in this summer transfer window. In this moment, this is a possibility. Again, Garnacho was disappointed yesterday. You can understand that when you lose a final, when you don't play, when you don't start, so it's not easy. But the message from people at the club has always been clear since January. So we will see what happens there, but Garnacho could be a situation to watch this summer. Then Bruno Fernandes, guys. Bruno with completely different words, but still being very honest. Bruno said, I don't care about the financial package when asked about his future. It's not about the financial aspect, because if I want to go for financial aspect. I can go any moment wherever I want, and it's reality, because in the last 3 years Bruno had important proposals from Saudi. He didn't take it. He decided to stay at Manchester United, sign a new deal 1 year ago. So Bruno's always been super committed, but then he said, I want to be in the best competitions, so that's why I am at Manchester United. Then when he was asked about the future, he said, I will stay here until the club wants. Then, if one day the club need or want to part ways, to cash in or whatever, I will be ready to go. So the message from Bruno is, I'm happy here, I want to help Manchester United, but I need to feel that this club is going same direction as me and want me to be a crucial part of this project. For Ruben Amorim, it's like this for sure, because Ruben Amorim wants Bruno Fernandes to stay. Ruben Amorim considers Bruno Fernandes a crucial part of this project. So for Ruben Amorim, it's very clear. Now we have to see financially the answer from the club to this message from Bruno Fernandes. Remember that Bruno has an important, very important, I would say almost crazy, contract proposal from Hilal. Hilal met with his agents. Hilal would be ready to do important things also in terms of financial proposal for Bruno Fernandes to Manchester United. So let's see what happens there. Hilal are still there. They consider Bruno a top target, but remember that for Ruben Amorim, he's absolutely crucial player for this project. So let's see what happens there. Also with Bruno Fernandes, because could be an interesting situation to watch in this summer transfer window, but only if Man United decide to open doors. Bruno wants to stay, Amorim wants him to stay. So the only way, as Bruno said, is if Man United decide to open doors to his exit, with Hilal waiting and hoping to enter on the scene. And then, guys, just to add something extra to this, we will be, as every day, always here in touch on my channel for all the latest, but it's also on Florian Wirtz. Florian Wirtz's situation is with the player now talking with his family and considering the options available. So the battle for Florian Wirtz is absolutely ongoing, with Bayern who maintain their confidence to get the player, with Bayern pushing to go for obviously the closing of the deal for Florian Wirtz, but also Bayern still need an agreement with Bayer Leverkusen. On their side, Liverpool remain calm. Liverpool made their best effort to present the project to Florian Wirtz. Liverpool told the player, if you want to come, we will be ready in terms of negotiations with Bayer Leverkusen and in terms of offering him an important contract, an important project. But then it's really important to see what the player wants to do. The crucial part of this story is the player, with Bayern who maintain their confidence and with Liverpool who are still there, waiting to see what Florian decides to do. For sure, an interesting saga for this start of the summer transfer window. And so, guys, let me know your thoughts on all Manchester United stuff, from Ruben Amorim to Bruno Fernandes, with also Alejandro Garnacho and all the rest. So what's your feeling about that? And then Florian Wirtz, Liverpool, Bayern, what do you expect to happen there? Let me know your opinion, as always, here in comments. Remember to like this video, turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel. See you soon with Fabrizio.